Hello, hello. I hope you had a nice weekend. I wanted to share about the QHHT session that I did yesterday. For those who do not know about QHHT, so it stands for Quantum Healing Hypnosis Technique, and it was created by Dolores Cannon in the 1960s. It is I think most commonly known as kind of a way to do past life regression, past life or other life. But there's a couple of keys that are, I would say, different from other types of kind of hypnosis. First, the like level of hypnosis or trance that you go into. It's considered a deeper type of trance or hypnotic state called the somnambulistic state of trance. And then the second kind of differentiator is the kind of ability to have the connection to the higher self. So the goal of each session is obviously to kind of get information from another lifetime or potentially this lifetime, um, but then also to talk to your higher self. So some people are going to call it the subconscious, your higher self, your oversoul, whatever the name you call it. It's really getting guidance from the most expanded part of self, and some really beautiful information can come out, beautiful healing, kind of working with all realms of possibility. So there's kind of no limit to what is possible in a session. It's really your beliefs and your willingness to let go of things that you're holding on to, and the ability to accept and receive the good things that are waiting for you. So that's kind of a little synopsis of kind of how I describe QHHT. I do it a little teeny tiny differently because I kind of weave in other some of the modalities that I use just in my other healing sessions. So a little bit of that goodness comes in because I just can't help it. But I wanted to share a little tidbit about kind of something that happened in the session that I had yesterday because I thought it was really profound. And it was a really good reminder about how our bodies communicate and how we potentially override that because we don't expect it. So, my client was doing a really good job at visualizing and kind of describing what they were seeing, and that's what people think most commonly when you think hypnosis. You think visualizing, you think pictures, you think just getting visual information. But I think one thing that we forget is we receive information through multiple senses all day, every day. We have sight, we have touch, we have smell, we have taste, we have audible messages that can come. We have just the knowing. Those are kind of think of all of the clairs that we have. So they were doing really really good with visuals, and then at one point there started to get some really really strong physical sensations, and the commentary went from I don't have the visuals, but I'm feeling this in my body. And I would say, okay, let's go with that. Let's figure out what that's about. And the more that this happened, the more it became apparent that this was surprising to my client, in that they were feeling different sensations and could feel the difference between a sinking feeling versus a twinge versus a a radiating sensation that went from the foot all the way up to the torso and the side, and an expansive feeling versus a contracting feeling, and all of them meant something different. And it was really cool to kind of witness and facilitate through because it was very clear that they had maybe experienced this on, you know, a level one or two times and actually paid attention to it, but hadn't done so to this degree. And it's like they walked out with a new tool in their toolbox because now there was an awareness around, okay, so my body is doing these things and I felt this before. I wasn't really sure what I should do with it, but now I know my body is telling me something and it's something I should pay attention to. So I thought, just because of the work that I do, always listening to my body, talking to my body, trying to figure out how we can be in communion with one another, that like this is it. This is what we want. We want people to be able to understand that there are different ways to receive information, that there are different ways to interpret the information that we receive, but that bottom line, we receive information all day, every day. Our bodies communicate with us. We've got signals and, downloads and things coming in. And if we just learn to pay attention to them, not interpret them, not analyze them at the beginning, not trying to make a big deal out of it, but really just say, you know what, I felt something different. What is this about? Is this good? Is it, bad? Is it mine? Is it something else? Do I need to know anything more about this right now? Or is this, just a sensation? So I thought it was really cool to witness that awareness and see someone become more confident in their ability to kind of pay attention not only to what their body's doing, but to feel more confident to act on it, or just pay attention to it and not blow it off, like actually give it a little airtime, so to speak. Because I know there's so many times where someone will say something to us and we'll say yes to doing something, and then immediately, like, our body will do something, our body will react, but our brain will be like, oh, whatever, I don't know what that was, or not even recognize it in the first place because we might not be connected. But really having that wherewithal to say, okay, well, I just said yes to this thing that I don't know if I wanted to do or not. My body's, sinking and feeling like it's closing in on me. Is that about something? At least just asking the question. So that was pretty cool. I wanted to share because I thought it was a really good reminder that our bodies are talking to us. Our bodies want us to listen. Our bodies want to support us. And all we have to do is be willing to listen. So I hope that's helpful for someone.